right.
So, what do you wish that your government representatives knew?
Oof. I'm not so sure that you know how to represent me anymore. My name is Garrett Hartle. I own a company called Reach Out Reptiles, and I work with snakes for a living. I am a part of today's American pet industry. Dear U.S. representatives, I feel disenfranchised by you. I think you have lost touch with the part of America that actually works. I think the whole idea of the American dream is getting to pick what you want to be when you grow up. And it is very hard to grow into the person that you wanted to be when you were asked that question as a child. During a time in our nation of massive economic instability, myself and many other people just like me worked hard to bring hope back to Americans by the work that we do with animals, bringing them a sense of that great outdoors within their own homes during a massive nationwide lockdown. Not only that, but from an economic standpoint, I've hired employees who lost their jobs because of COVID-related shutdowns, keeping them off the unemployment line. I've purchased a commercial building whose businesses failed and were driven out because of that economic instability. I've developed new support products for our industry with new innovations that are now being manufactured right here in the USA. The whole time, I have focused on doing what I love in a way that I love, in a way that is right, and we've gained global respect as an American company during these unprecedentedly crazy times. And this is just my small business. There are many, many businesses in the United States that have been working towards the same goals in the past few years. Now, you guys have a bill that's called the Innovation or America Competes Act that is made to help companies do what we are already doing despite your intervention. None of this would have been possible with the Lacey Act amendments that are in this bill. And if you pass this bill with those Lacey Act amendments in them, you would be shutting down an entire industry without ever considering the devastating impact it would have on Americans like me, those of us who need you to represent us now. The 4 pages of this amendment within this bill are clearly a power grab by somebody. It reverses that federal court decision. It threatens to shut down easily over $500 million annually with our industry alone, not counting many other industries as well. This bill hurts conservation efforts. It puts additional roadblocks in the way of education, and it burdens entrepreneurs. If it's passed in the way that it stands, it would mean criminal consequences for U.S. pet owners, and it strips the right to due process for people like myself to partake in a government that would otherwise represent me. U.S. Representative, I wish you knew about the American pet industry. We are building connections between the natural world and the next generation of Americans. We need that natural world and the access to it more than ever. The economic world is not the only one that's endangered today. And you can't save what you don't love, and you can't love what you don't know. Those of us that keep traditionally non-domesticated animals absolutely love the natural world. We care so much about the environment. This amendment is the opposite of caring for the environment. Take it from somebody whose animals are so closely tied to the natural world that I have to learn about it, recreate it, and emulate it just to care for those animals. Because of the connection that our animals have with the natural world, it forces us to learn to be a part of that natural world, to recreate it and care for it in a small way that no standardized domesticated pet ever will be able to. My fear is this. I think you think of me as the way media has taught you to think of me. And media has created a boogeyman for you to be afraid of so that they can push your hand. And that boogeyman is not me. You can't learn about me, about my friends, about my colleagues in the American pet industry from a Netflix special. If you want to learn about me, you're gonna have to get out and connect with the natural world yourself, or at least listen to those of us who do and make your decisions there. That's what I wish that you did to represent me better today. That's it.
That's right. You said it.
All right. We'll see who cares.